And Pete, you have new reporting, I understand, about the former president's fight to keep documents away from the committee. Get us up to speed.
Right. An interesting development last night. D.C. Court of Appeals, which will hear oral argument on this issue next Tuesday, issued a brief order last night telling the lawyers for all the three parties to the case, that's President Trump, the House Committee, and the National Archives, to be prepared to address whether the court even has the jurisdiction to referee this dispute. That's probably not a good sign for the president. Now, the court notes the language of the Presidential Records Act, which is the law in question here. And it says that, normally speaking, the decision on the archives about whether to release a former president's documents can't be reviewed by a court. But there is an exception. A former president who doesn't want the documents released can sue under certain circumstances. So the appeals court says to the lawyers, we want you to address whether we even have the jurisdiction to hear this case. The fact that the court is raising this question itself, this is not something the lawyers have raised. The court came up with this question on its own, two questions, in fact, could mean that they're just wanting to make sure they dot all the I's and cross the T's and are doing their due diligence. But the fact that they're raising this question, do we even have the authority to hear this case, is probably not good news for the former president.
Yeah, Chuck, how do you see this? Realistically, what could this mean for Trump?
It's always easy to go after Pete because I agree with him. I don't think it's good news, but let me add one.